Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. Steve Sipress here, and I looked it up. I looked at this day in history, and apparently on this day in the year 1785, so throwing it back here on Throwback Thursday, 239 years, give or take, was the date that Ben Franklin mailed in a letter his plan for the invention of bifocals. He said how he always had to switch between two different pairs of glasses to see up close, to see near, and he had become the ambassador to France or whatever. And he said, when people speak in a foreign language there, he wanted to pay attention to the people, but then he couldn't see what he's eating. So I guess basically he just instructed his eyeglass maker to cut the lenses in half. So all he had to do was move his eyes. If you've ever worn bifocals, if you look straight ahead, you're seeing far away. If you look down, you're seeing up close. And so the invention of the bifocals. Now, Ben Franklin invented a bunch of stuff. However, he never patented any of them. He claimed that he didn't want to make money. He wanted his inventions to be used by as many people as possible and for them all to benefit from it, which are not mutually exclusive things. Come on, Ben Franklin. You certainly can invent something that benefits lots of people and make money off it, but no. Kind of hammering home the point, the great business strategist, business consultant Peter Drucker had a saying, I might be paraphrasing, business is marketing and innovation, all else is cost. And what he means by that is if you want to make money in business, it's going to come from innovation or marketing. Everything else is an expense in business. So you want to cut expenses, especially in a tough economy like we've been suffering through for years here with no end in sight. But you don't want to cut things that produce revenue. You don't want to stop innovating, and you don't want to stop marketing. You want to ramp those up, in fact. But there's a difference between innovation and invention. So inventors famously, again, Franklin claimed that he purposely didn't want to make money from his inventions, but so many people that invented things didn't make money from it, did not become wealthy, but it was people that took that invention and then found a way, an innovative way to use it to solve problems for people. They made a lot of money. So you can read about a lot of inventors of things that didn't end up making the big money. They might have sold their invention for very little bit, or they might have just struggled as inventors their whole life. Think about the Dr. Brown, the character in Back to the Future, like always tinkering around and inventing, and that didn't mean that, he made the billions of dollars from all kinds of stuff that entrepreneurs can do. Entrepreneurs can pick up an invention and find a way to solve problems with that and therefore help a lot of people and make a lot of money. So you do not want to be starting from scratch, especially when it comes to doing your marketing. There's no reason for that. There's no reason to invent something new in the marketing world or start with a blank sheet of paper and invent a new email or a new headline or a new way of saying anything. There's enough success out there to model. You don't want to copy it word for word, of course. That's illegal, unethical. There's all kinds of things wrong with that. And besides, it likely wouldn't work really well if you just copy things from one industry to another word for word. But you want to get really good at transference, at taking something that works in one industry and using that as the basis, asking yourself, man, if that works for that industry that is totally unrelated to my industry, I wonder how I can make that work in my industry. And when you do that, you're innovating in your industry, and your competitors likely are not asking that question, not paying attention to anything outside their industry, and therefore that's something totally new and totally unique in your industry, and that's where riches can follow. So you always want to follow a proven system. That's where you start from. You don't start by inventing something new. For instance, I have a proven system. I've helped thousands of business owners. Systematically, I guarantee that they get results with my system that brings in more money more easily and more quickly than they've ever imagined. And it works in all different industries, just has to be tweaked and tinkered with, and each individual business is slightly different, so I have to ask some questions, but I can get this strategy to work in every single business. I haven't found one yet. You're welcome to try and prove me wrong and be the first business that it doesn't work for. By the way, if you want to find out about it, go to my website, thewow, strategy.com. Or you can get on my calendar by posting a comment wherever you're seeing this, hearing it, or listening to it. You can send me an email, steve@stevesipress.com, send me a private message, reach out any way you want, but I will help you to bring in proven strategies that work and make them work for your business. I will never work with a business owner, and I've worked with thousands, I'll never say, let's invent some new way to do advertising or sales and marketing. That's a big mistake. There's a saying that you can tell who the pioneers are. They're lying face down in the dirt with arrows in their back. Those are the pioneers. Those are the inventors. You don't want to be that way. So on Throwback Thursday, we remember one of the more famous inventors in U.S. history, or one of the founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, who on this date apparently wrote a letter describing his invention of bifocals. And he invented a whole bunch of other things, but nobody would ever say Ben Franklin was one of the wealthiest people or one of the most successful business people. He claimed not to have interest in that, but he didn't do it by accident. He didn't do it on purpose. That's not who he was. He was an inventor. So you don't want to be an inventor, but you do want to be an innovator. You want to bring new, proven strategies into a new place. So not new proven, you want to bring proven strategies into a new market, new area, new type of business, present them in a new way, but you want to start with something proven. You want to model success. Okay, that'll do it. For Throwback Thursday, Russ Smart is here. Great seeing you, Russ. Hope things are fantastic up in our communist, socialist neighbor to the north. I guess they're only slightly more communist and socialist than we are here in the U.S., unfortunately. Anyway, great seeing you. Everyone else here live or watching on the replay, thanks for being here today, and I will catch you tomorrow on Foundation Friday.